All right, this is Jam Boom Boom, and we are back to devising the big boom theory, right? Back to devising, taking an idea, spark of imagination, and then putting it on a schedule, literally throwing things on the wall when I had the Post-it notes, putting them up on the whiteboard. And then now we're moving into a different method. So I'm titling this video Digital Excavation, which basically just means getting up on the internet and doing your research as far as using search engines to gather images, lectures, videos, music videos, posts. That's another thing. Social media posts. Man, it's just something about today in this series, and oh, that's fine. Continue without audio. It's something about this series where in my mind, what I imagine and what I've done before is have a script, but look, I have no script. I didn't have my book with me. I didn't have my notebook with me. I'm just going off of a limb as far as not necessarily having the points that I want to hit. Okay, we're going to hit this, but I will keep these videos at 30 minutes just so it can be as concise as possible and to challenge myself to put it in that time frame. So again, this is a method titled Digital Excavation, which just means putting all of your ideas, either finding inspirations outside of you. Well, yeah, it's finding inspirations outside of you and then gathering them on some sort of online place where you can store things. Yeah. So what I have right here is Google Drive. And so if you don't know, now you know. Whenever you get a Google account, a Gmail, honestly, I think for any of the email, any of the email sites, you'll be able to, it comes with an amount of storage. I know Google Drive comes with 15 gigabytes of free storage, and then they have the whole buy storage. Everything has buy storage. I'm in the place right now where I need to get more storage, because I don't know why. Back in the day, this is a 120 gigabyte external hard drive, and I'm like, man, that's all I need. Man, I still got like 2 or 3 videos I need to download from off of like Zoom, I think. I have no space, so I need to get a terabyte. I need to get more space. I need to get more storage. But yeah, so recently I've been using Google Drive. I think I learned about it in school. And oh yeah, and if you're in school, you also get another kind of external storage holder space to do so. But Google Drive is accessible for everybody. Learn how to use it in school, and then now working towards my projects, it's been very, very helpful in organizing these step-by-step kind of process in order to create a bigger project, but just having somewhere to hold things like concisely, right? So this is setting things up. This is plays that I have here, just like titles. And I'll open up another one so you can see kind of, so creating these folders, obviously here, new folder, you can create docs, upload files, upload folders. But so let's say I have the title of things. I'll use an older play, The Jaguar. So in sharing with others, that's another good use for these share sites, these storage sites. You can share it with others easily. And so getting meticulous as far as naming each title of the folder. So character profiles, then every character profile, drafts of the plays, which I love to keep drafts of plays just to know what your line of thinking has been, how it's transformed. Maybe you want to go back to an idea. This is something that I've been exploring recently, the astrological and the esoteric breakdown. So either for structure or form, or for themes and morals and virtues and principles of the stories. The world's aesthetics, which is basically what we're going to be getting into today, kind of what we're going to get into today. The script here, the manuscript, I've been thinking about turning plays into books or audiobooks. So really just kind of tweaking them from going from plays with multiple voices, but maybe just me, one voice, saying the lines of different characters. Not like trying to act like different characters, but reformatting the script into a manuscript that can then be turned or recorded into an audiobook. Goals. the synopsis, and the soundtrack. So yeah, just taking out all that space that you got because you get a good 15 gigabytes. So let's go into the big house. So there was a pilot version that I started working on back in 2020. And I recently modified all of this, got rid of some things and kind of put everything together. So these are older clips, some collaboration work I still kept here. And I'm looking forward to going back and getting some inspiration for this new version. And I titled it the new and updated version. So yeah, so what I've done with this one and as a suggestion, if you're gonna be using these shorter share sites, these spaces to hold your content, discoveries and findings, an updated version of the script, because I do have an older version. This is the updated version. Keeping with the astrological and the esoteric breakdown, I have an updated synopsis. This is just a document. I have an updated character list. I talked about that in the other video as far as what I know and what I don't know. But I do have a sort of an idea of the characters. The visual aesthetics, which we'll get into today, which just means images that are going to inspire or maybe even be a part of the big house. The tentative schedule for the big house. So this is big for me, especially when in working with others and collaborators, knowing the time that you're working on, the time that they're working on, and time expectations, things like that. So I like to keep a schedule and then a mission statement, because honestly, this process is a part of what I'm doing with the big house as far as creating that step-by-step process and then presenting that to turn into class, into a course. All right, so discoveries and findings. Let me make sure. Okay, oh yeah, that's known and to be known. Yup, that's a really good picture. That's a really good picture. I don't know, it just looks nice. Video research, I'll keep this open too, because we're gonna get into some of those. And obviously you can see, I kind of cheated. And I think this was like a random night over the weekend. I started getting inspired to look up seafood restaurants, because that's gonna be the setting of this particular audio play. This is something that I started to do too on my own, because I keep a journal. Gotta keep a journal with you when you have ideas. So I keep this journal with me. Can I close that, Doc? Okay, I just wanted to get that out the way. I keep a journal with me, and then I use one of my photo editing apps to enhance the brightness, to enhance the contrasticity, if that's a word, just to kind of make it pop, and it does. Yeah, so just to kind of, my chicken scratch and kind of, yeah, this one don't look like much. I might have to go there back and read that in the actual journal. But these are just early ideas that I had, and then keeping track of them, and especially digitally too, having space for that, so you don't forget your process. And yeah, all right, so let's get into it, right? So this is more mental and just sharing ideas. Again, I'm not writing anything down. I will go back and refer to this video. But digital excavating, like the entire internet is your oyster. And so what I want to look for right now, so setting that intention, okay, we're looking at visuals, we're looking at videos, maybe lectures, social media posts, literally anything. Go into a search engine, and one of the first things, and I'll start right now, one of the first things we're in Google, seafood restaurant, because I know that is the setting. So let's start there. Let's start with the setting, right? Seafood restaurants. I like exterior. So even here, taking this time out, and everything's really set up for you to do so. Mentally, I imagine a seafood restaurant that would be kind of on the pier. So let's say like on the boardwalk, on the pier. Yeah, that looks right here. Now you want to be careful as far as, I'm not trying to make money off of this image, but if there are watermarks, I know me, I don't like watermarks, so I try to avoid those types of images. I like this one. So literally just copy, this is very, it might be redundant to a lot of folks, but I want to create a slideshow, because that's something that I've been doing before, but let me do that. I want to create a slideshow. Google Slides, the slide. All right, let's say visual world of the big house. Let's do that. I like blanks. Good. All right, and then I'm pasting. No, I did not copy. Don't do me like that. Copy the image, paste, boom. And then here, add speaker notes. This is setting inspiration. Again, these are all suggestions. If you're someone like me who, I don't even want to say needs a schedule, but what I've been working with recently is scheduling and putting these ideas on, oh, I like this one. This method of digital excavating and being very meticulous about, does it gonna, okay, cool. It copies that. Then I'll put more, you know, setting inspiration. Oh, that's Zoom. Move. Whatever. Yeah, then a method like this, man, and even dedicating like 30 minutes. I mean, we're always on our phones, right? Even dedicating, you know, any time that you get to be on your phone and to, and to be able to just copy and paste and have that intention of, oh, I'm gonna look up some inspiration for this poem or this this painting that I wanna do, but you know, maybe you wanna get some inspiration from what's been done before. I just like this image. I like that image. I would want like, yeah, there's something very like kind of ominous about, can't tell if it's edited, but what I'm getting is like sunset and then maybe light source somewhere here that's shining and making this really cool, ominous. I like this. I like something like a boardwalk, like a restaurant on a boardwalk. And now that's making me think, so I'll keep that open. I won't spend too much time on that, but that's making me think of series of unfortunate events. The wide window in the illustration from that. Let me see, cause no, illustration. I'll be talking to technology, but like, no, you're wrong. Yeah, this is probably why I'm thinking about this a lot. Series of unfortunate events, if you're not familiar, late 90s, early 2000s. It's recently been made into a Netflix show, and before that it was a movie. But before all of that, in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was a series, kind of a murder mystery kids series. And I was, it had me in a chokehold, you know? The writing is just so clever. And for it to be a children's book too, I got the entire book set for my birthday a few years back. I'm still only on book 8. I kind of like this too, and I'll save this in here. This is, yeah. So this is all for setting, right? Now, I want to talk environment. So we're about 13 minutes in. Okay, I want to talk environment. So environment can involve geographical location, but I'm thinking of environment right now as, what is the science of weather? Topography? What? Meteorology? Ain't that stars? Bruh, if you know the science of like tracking weather or like, you know, let me know. Because I think it's meteorology. But I am thinking of, to digress, I am thinking of environment as far as a rainstorm. So let's see, like rainstorm on the boardwalk. Yeah, I like this one. I don't know where, extreme heavy rainfall. Heavy rainfall. That was from a pilot episode of one of my audio plays, but it made me think of that. Yeah, so let me say here, like, environment, meteorology. Bro, I think it is meteorology. Meteorology, the meteorologist. It's gonna get me, hold on. Meteorology. Can't spell it. The branch of science concerned with the process of phenomena of the atmosphere. Let's go, meteorology. So meteorology can go under environment. What's the environment? What's it giving? It seems bleak, but I like it. So this is environment. So going back to the, you know, copy and pasting, you know, the basic things, but just kind of as a reminder, and as something like this can be as simple as doing that. I'll keep these tabs open, but I like this. I like this a lot. Copy the image. I like that one. That's really cool because it's making me think of the plot of the story, where what I originally envisioned was that it doesn't end on a happy note, but what if it, like, not to say that this denotes happiness, but it doesn't end and where the storm has passed on or something. I imagine the storm continues, but this is giving me an idea here. You see? All right, so I'll just keep that open. Visual. All right, visual aesthetics. I originally had a document, but it makes more sense and it'll be a lot more readable for here. Kind of visual world. These are like more so inspiration. So in the last video, I was talking about SZA's SOS album, which is doing numbers. Shout out to SZA. It's an incredible work of art. And to be doing the damn thing so many years after your debut album, like, nah, we absolutely love that. So I want to get album cover to get maybe like a higher quality of, that looks very small. That's a good quality one. Good quality. These are inspirations. Oh, that's such a good one. This looks like she's in a different pose. She's definitely in a different pose here. I like that one. Will it go in here? Yeah, it does. Cool. And then maybe I can put this smaller. That's a big one. Let's see if it'll go. Like pixel size. Oh, cool. Yeah. And then you know what? I want to get the, because she said that it was inspired. This is the Princess Diana. Yeah, this one. Yeah, copy. Is that what this pose is? That one more so looks like the, so let me make this smaller. Move this over and smaller. Oh wow, so big. There'll just be another slide. This is just me being meticulous about the size, because this was great quality. So, all right, more inspirations. Do I have any other inspirations? This one's an inspiration. This slide. Inspirations. All right. So it doesn't have to be Google. It can be Bing. It can be, I want to say Yahoo, but it's Yahoo. It can be Yahoo, Safari. Wait, no, Safari is the internet thing. Internet engine. Yeah, anything where you can easily copy and paste. Be careful with watermarks and licensing photos, especially if you want to use them in your work of art. Hey, we want to avoid these things. And I have my own opinions on that. I'm going to hold it for this video. I'm going to hold it about 18 minutes in. All right. No, 19. All right. So let's get into, actually, I don't want to go here. I'm going to go on my premium account. And I was just listening to SZA. So video research. I think I can open these up. And again, the other night I was struck by inspiration, and honestly I just wanted to sit back and watch, and I just went onto YouTube and typed in seafood restaurants. There was something that let me put this on. Hopefully there won't be any copyright with this, but let's see real quick. I said to pay attention to the detail of the product and handling of the merchandise. There's just something about that. Like, I'm imagining myself being there in the restaurant and kind of, which I kind of had that idea too of going to a seafood restaurant and just like observing, right? We'll see. Sounds like a fun activity. but to observe what is the everyday motion and ocean of a seafood restaurant. And this is a fancy, because I didn't even realize, like, I was watching the entire video and until I realized, like, at the end, this is like a fancy ass seafood restaurant in LA. So maybe I'll look up like maybe like a seafood joint. But then this next video, oh, was this a mukbang? Let's see. Yeah. What's her name? Raina. Miss Raina. That's so crazy that it ended up right where, okay, what did I say in my notes? Pay attention to the decor of the restaurant. So I'm thinking of the setting. The decor of the restaurant has me thinking of the set. Come on. Fishnet above the tables, fish and crab decor. Like, this struck me. I think this is a restaurant in New York. Don't know the name. Yeah, like the sailor steer wheel. The fishnet. So say when we do put this up as a production, like, there's just something so captivating about that, and it makes me think of symbolism, like catching the fish, crabs in a barrel. That was something that I wanted to say in the other video. I didn't want to say it, but I was thinking about it, but I didn't say it. Crabs in a barrel, that saying, you know, like a bunch of crabs in a barrel, a bunch of fish in a net, but have that be above the people who are eating, and it's like, excuse me, I was going to burp. It's like the people in the restaurant are the fish, and they got caught. We'll get into that. There's something there. But yeah, just this part captured me. And she's just living her best life. Like, honestly, I'm trying to do that one of these days. Pay attention to sounds. Yeah, again, this is all from just Googling seafood restaurant, and I'm gonna do a little bit of that right now. Yeah, this is Korean street food. That's the title. This just, like, the textures and the sounds. Obviously, I have the video on mute, but the sounds, and you can see the person picking up right here, just gutting and cleaning and disinfecting and displaying, and oh, it was like, I watched this whole thing, bro. I was sitting here like, oh my God, this is wow. And then one of them, like, you can see all it get a little, it just depends on like what your level, your tolerance is. But yeah, I think I learned what truffles were from the other video. Learned about truffles. So yeah, using videos to inform your piece, you know, like I know for me, I don't know everything about seafood, but I'm learning something about it. And you know, it's that idea that you can learn anywhere. You can learn from anything. It's just putting yourself in that mindset that I'm going to learn something, or there's a lack of something that I don't know. So I'm going to go on the internet, and someone who's lived that experience is going to teach me. And this wasn't even in an educational way. This person is just doing their job, you know, but it still ends up being a lesson. Yeah, it was just like the sounds of the like in the display. Look at that. So yeah, I just said I'm going to, what about like a seafood joint? Because like the other videos, okay, so about the other videos were like fancy ass restaurants in LA and New York, and like, what about, you know, like a seafood joint, the Black Foodie Salt Box Seafood Joint. So, you know, people doing their thing. I'm gonna just keep it like this because, yay. The box is in the way when I try to. So yeah, look at the lifeguard. The lifeguard, this is kind of like more so what I imagine the Big House seafood restaurant looking like, the food, you know, like super fried foods and coleslaw and stuff like that. Like, it's, yeah, this is what I imagine the Big House, the kitchen and the food looking like. The other stuff was good. I'm glad I got to see like the caviar and the calamaris, and but yeah, something about just seeing that fried fish. I'm like, you know what, that's the environment, that's the setting that I'm going for. Fish and chips. Coleslaw, hush puppies. Bro, I just ate, but like, all right, let me just zoom past this because I don't want to. Hush honeys, that's what they call them. They're living their best life. You're like, Dad, you gonna finish that? Why did you talk? I'm hungry. He's like, the exquisite. Dad, just eat it. Oh, that coleslaw look good. All right, I'm gonna keep this. I like this. And then, yep, a little copy and paste. Just, I'll put like more accurate aesthetic, more accurate food aesthetic for, watch out for the big house. Hey. Something just came to me, lost at sea, because there is that character, the fisher person, who is out doing their job when the storm hits. So what does that look like? Like, these look like real stories, but I kind of just want to go for like aesthetics. Honestly, yeah, I might do this on my own time because I can't tell if they're like satire or serious, but how one man survived. Let's just go for it. Let's see. Yeah, stuff like this. But this mostly looks like one of those videos. So this is I like this for the simple fact that those images kind of describe how I want the fisher person to talk about their experience. Like maybe there is a little bubble of like in the boat and the image and the, yeah. Yeah, I'll just keep this as a placeholder. Oh, I like that image. The cargoes. Yeah, lost at sea footage. That's another thing too. If you want to get actual footage, you can literally just type in footage. Lost at kayak sea. National Geographic be having some gems. So hold on. Let me do that. Like lost at sea allegory. Do you copy? This is kayak one. What is this? Go down. Okay, never mind. Oh, like boat rainstorm. This is like a 10-hour like thing. Whoa, ships in storm, terrifying monster waves. That's what I'm looking for. Whoa. Oh, the vessel. This is what I'm looking for. Monster waves. I like that. All right, we're 28 minutes in. The last thing that I wanted to do was also, just in case people are not familiar with Google Scholar, this is a part of Google and it's a search engine. So like I was saying earlier, for those who are in university or have even a lot of library databases, but if you have access to a particular database, those are huge references and endless amounts of inspiration that you can use. Google Scholar, if you're looking for articles. And so I might go here and look up some articles, maybe look up some statistics of seafood restaurants, because one of the kind of issues or problems that I wanted to tackle was that the seafood restaurant is struggling to stay in business. So what I can do on my kind of excavating side of things, or as I'm continuing to gather information and collect material, is to look up actual statistics that can either show or prove or give more truth, and I use that word very loosely, but to utilize more statistics to build the story off of. So capturing everything and summarizing. This is digital excavating, utilizing online storage spaces. I'm using Google Drive, obviously, creating a quick template, a quick document, a quick slides, using search engines, and then just having some fun, utilizing some, just setting a timer, 30 minutes or whenever the time you have to be on your phone, copy and paste, and just compiling all your information and your inspiration into one. So this is digital excavating. I'm gonna spend some more time doing this. But jam boom boom, we are out. Take good care.